They built a wall that flooded my barn, so I turned their backyard into a swamp. I've lived on my little farm for 15 years. It's not much, just a few acres and a small red barn, but it's mine. The barn sits at the lowest point of the property, and in all those years, I never had drainage problems. Even in the worst storms, the water always ran off naturally into the creek behind my property. Then last winter, my neighbors decided they wanted a cleaner look for their backyard. Out of nowhere, a contractor showed up with trucks, concrete forms, and heavy equipment. Over the course of a week, they built a massive retaining wall right along our shared property line. It was big, ugly, and, most importantly, completely blocked the natural drainage path that had been there for decades. The first big storm after that was a nightmare. I woke up to the sound of water splashing where it shouldn't be. When I opened the barn doors, my heart sank. The entire floor was under 3 inches of water. I marched next door and calmly explained the problem, thinking surely they didn't realize what their wall had done. Their response? Not our issue. We paid a lot of money for that wall. It's staying. You should put in a sump pump on my dime to fix a problem they caused. Not happening. So I did some research. I learned that county drainage codes actually require property owners to provide a drainage solution if they build anything that changes the natural water flow. Their wall didn't just block my runoff, it technically violated the law. I could have filed a complaint and waited 6 months for the county to send an inspector, but that would have meant living with a flooded barn through an entire rainy season. Instead, I decided to solve the problem myself. The next weekend, I rented a trencher. I spent 2 solid days digging a narrow channel just inside my fence line, running the entire length of the wall. I lined it with heavy-duty plastic, filled it with gravel, and made sure it was perfectly sloped toward their property. At the end, I installed a 6-inch drainage pipe that directed all of my runoff, plus whatever came down from the hillside above, right into the lowest point of their backyard. I didn't touch their wall. I didn't even cross the property line. I simply gave the water a brand new path. The next storm hit a week later. This time, my barn stayed completely dry. Their backyard, on the other hand, turned into a swamp. Water pooled against their expensive retaining wall, turning their freshly laid sod into a mud pit. By the second storm, it got worse. The water rose high enough to spill toward their back porch. I stood on my own porch, dry and smiling, as I watched them frantically trying to dig little trenches with garden shovels to save their patio furniture. They came over furious, accusing me of redirecting water maliciously. I calmly showed them photos of their wall construction, a printout of the county drainage code, and reminded them that water has to flow somewhere. When the county inspector finally showed up, he confirmed that their wall was illegal. They were ordered to install a proper drainage system at their own expense. In the end, they had to rip out half the wall and put in a culvert that restored the original flow path. Now, my barn stays bone dry every storm. So tell me, would you have given the water back like I did or just spent thousands fixing a problem you didn't cause?